this video. In this video, we're going to talk about one of the most important calculations in your numerology chart, the heart number. We're going to learn how to calculate the heart number, and I'm going to explain shortly all the heart numbers from 1 to 9 and their unique interpretation to your life. This is the most pivotal, the most powerful calculation in your chart, and it talks about your unique destiny, your unique lesson in this lifetime, and your deepest temperament as a person. So it's like the inborn essence, the birth stamp, the blueprint you came with into this lifetime that will be the central axis of your journey in this lifetime. To be balanced and to be on track, you should always come back to your heart number. So let's see how we calculate the heart number. It's pretty simple. It is based on your date of birth. Okay, so just follow what I do here. We'll just take a random date of birth. Okay, let's take the 3rd of July, 1975. Okay? What you want to do is you want to sum up the entire date of birth and reduce it into one single digit. Now, the way you do that is in a few stages. First of all, you want to reduce each part of the date of birth, okay? The day, the month, and the year into a single digit. So we'll do that each one separately. So 3 is already a single digit. Very simple. It remains a 3. 7 is already a single digit. It remains a 7. Now here we have a more complex number. We have 1 plus 9 plus 7 plus 5, and that equals 22. So we write a 22. Now, here's a little catch, and I'm going to write it right here. Okay? There are a few numbers that we do not reduce, and these are master numbers, and they are 11, 22, and 33, or karmic numbers, karmic depth numbers, which are 13, 14, 16, and 19. Now here we have a 22, and 22 is a master number, so we leave the 22 as is. Now, after we reduced the 3 parts of the full date of birth, we sum them all up. So we have 3 plus 7 plus 22. How much is that? That equals 32. 32 is a 3 plus 2, which equals a 5. The way we write it is 32 slash 5. 5, in this case, is the major heart number. The 32 gives you a certain specification of the kind of 5 it is, right? Because a 5 can be also derived from 23, right? 5. It can be 14, 5, etc. So you kind of want to keep the last 2 digits that make up the final reduced heart number, but this is definitely the most important number, the reduced single digit, the number 5 in this case. Okay? Now, let's say, just kind of to give an example, if this here were December 12, then the 12 would be 1 plus 2, this would also be a 3. Okay? I'm not going to continue the entire calculation, I just want to give you like the example so you understand. If it was the 16th of December, 16 is a karmic depth number. Therefore, 16 remains a 16. And then you would add 16 plus 3 plus 22. Okay? As easy as that. In the end, you want to get to the reduced single digit, and that'll give you your core heart number. Okay, Now, let's talk about the different life paths, the heart numbers, okay? So, if you got heart number 1, number 1 is all about the lesson of individuality, of trusting one's own inner resources. If you have a number 1 heart number, you are here to learn what real leadership is. What does it mean to rely on yourself deeply, to be fully unified, centered, to have a strong willpower, to be undivided in the way that you move in the world, to have a strong sense of centeredness. It's learning the aspect of the masculine energy. Number 1 is very, it's an initiator, it's an inventor, it's a pioneer. So the number 1 is decisive, it's powerful, it's strong. That's the temperament. It's quick. It makes decisions quickly. It's not thinking too much. It's not hesitating. It's about walking straight and trusting. Okay? So it's about having that strong sense of self, trusting oneself, having a strong independence, individuality, and walking one's path with deep trust in one's own capacity and inner resources. That's your lesson. That's the deepest destiny. And that's kind of the temperament. Let's go to heart number 2. If your heart number is 2, we're talking about the lesson of gentleness, softness, care, compassion, intuitiveness. 2 is all about listening. It's all about absorbing the other and really feeling deeply. The heart, number 2, heart number is about connecting. It's about creating bonds. It's about relationships. Okay, the 2 is all about creating a 2, right? Me and another, a relationship. So 2 is sensitive. 2 is deeply feminine. It's learning the feminine aspect of life. It is learning how to listen, how to see the other side of the coin. That'll be your lesson. You will feel that kind of need to learn the power of gentleness. So the temperament is a very gentle, shy, sweet, caring. That's the temperament. So that's your destiny and lesson and temperament when you have heart number 2. Heart number 3, that's all about that child, that inner child. If you got heart number 3, it's all about that playfulness, that childlikeness, that lightness, the possibility to just enjoy the now, enjoy the simple things in life. I'm not talking about having adventures. I'm talking about enjoying being with friends, enjoying that sunny day outside, enjoying, cuddling on the sofa and having some kind of hot cocoa, whatever it is for you. I'm talking about the number of creativity. 3 is all about creativity and expression. It's about this kind of innocent trust in life. So that is the destiny of the 3. And the lesson will be to learn how to be playful and creative and open-minded and flexible and social. The temperament is very light. 3 doesn't keep a grudge. Wonderful. Let's move on to heart number 4. Heart number 4 is all about reliability, order, responsibility. 4 is like that kind of, imagine 4 is like a square, right? It's like a structure. It's like the home, the house, the ground. It's all about learning the power of routine, of stability, of strong roots, of having your 2 feet on the ground, being very practical. 4 is about self-control, self-discipline, the value of hard work that eventually bears fruit. It's about attending to the small details in life. It's about being very reliable, someone that others can lean on to be that kind of rock for your friends and in relationships, right? So 4 is a bit more reserved emotionally when we're talking about the temperament, and it shows love and emotion oftentimes through action. Okay? So it's about the lesson here of structure, the meaning, the value of order, the value of repetition and routine and tradition, right? The value of being organized, of having a strategy, of thinking into the future and planning things rightly, not just neglecting things, right? Planning your money, your finances, taking care of your body, taking care of your house. That's like the beauty of number 4. Let's move on to heart number 5. So heart number 5, here we have a very, very fiery and beautiful one, very juicy one, because number 5 is all about, we can say, the sex, drugs, and rock and roll. Number 5 is all about adventures, experiencing the new, experimenting with stuff, trying out new things, traveling, having adventures, it's juicy. Number 5 is juicy. It's also connected to the body, but more like sensually, It's more the sensual. It wants to taste new things. It's very much connected to sensuality, to sexuality. Tasting that new fragrance, tasting that new spice. So you see here people who are really good in improvising. They want to learn the art of improvisation, of change. 5 is the number of change, constant change and adaptability. If you're a number 5, you want to learn that adaptability. You're here to learn that. You're here to learn that juiciness, that joy of the zest of life. Always enjoying the spark of life. Always enjoying the new. Always going to new territory and exploring. Enjoying your life force. It's the number of freedom. You've come here to learn freedom. The temperament. It's very easygoing. It's very light. You cannot capture a 5. You cannot, it's a bird. It's a free bird. You cannot put them in a cage. If you're a 5, you have to be free. It's very social. It's very outgoing. So that's a 5, right? Very fiery, very juicy. So let's move on to heart number 6. If you have a heart number 6, it's all about deep connections and emotions. Number 6 is a number very much related to the heart chakra. It's all about community, responsibility, family building. Number 6 is deeply caring, deeply healing. It's a number that knows how to put together and hold together a group. Kind of lead a group, but not like lead them to a place, but more like hold them together. Hold together a family. Hold together a community and also contribute to the community and to the family. It's a number of giving. It's a number of generosity and care. It's a provider, but a provider not only in material terms, although that is included as well, but also emotionally. The 6 cares a lot. It's that, it's that person that will not forget your birthday. It's that person that will come to your birthday without you even asking or reminding them of it and bring you flowers or a cake or something. They're nostalgic. They care about past experiences. And they want to have that sense of exchange with another, that sense of we build that mutual giving to one another. I give you, you give me, and through that we build a certain lasting connection. So they're also very reliable. Emotional providers. So as a 6, you really come here to learn the value of giving, the value of connecting through love and through responsibility, emotional responsibility and maturity. You want to mature your emotional nature. The temperament is very loving, soft, harmony searching. It's not about, they don't like friction. Wonderful. Let's move on to heart number 7. Heart number 7 is perhaps one of the deepest heart numbers because it is all about depth. Heart number 7 is about depth. It's about probing deep into the subconscious and, kind of like tapping into those secrets behind the apparent things, behind the apparent universe. It's asking the why. It's searching for the meaning, whether it's through science or spirituality. It doesn't really matter. But it's like that number that always asks those questions, right? It's more like that philosophical, spiritual, deep questions. It always wants to understand the how and the why behind things. So number 7 tends to be very spiritual, tends to be very mystical. It's the most multi-layered number that you can find among the 9 numbers. So it has a very rich inner world, very complex inner world. It's like an ocean of depth and intuition and perception. It's a number of wisdom. So the temperament of number 7, it's also not so emotional, but it's very deep. It cares about honesty and truth. It has a very strong mind because it's a number of strong, high intellect, high wisdom, deep wisdom. So number 7 needs connections that are about the truth, that everything can be on the table, that everything can be talked about and said and inquired into. That's the beauty of the deep number 7. Heart number 8. Heart number 8 is ambition. Ambition. It's about succeeding. It's about achievement. It's all about power and presence. Number 8 is the achiever. It's the one that wants to get to the top. It's the one that wants to be the CEO, the manager, the shark of Wall Street, wants to make lots of money, wants to succeed. It always sets goals in front of its inner eye, and it wants to achieve them. It wants to reach high. It's never satisfied with mediocrity. It wants to go further. It has lots of zest and energy. It's a born manager. Okay? It knows how to utilize its power and get things done. It has a fantastic eye for strategic thinking and planning, big terms, big scale. So 8 is really a number of ambition, of power, of also strong masculinity. The temperament is a kind of temperament that it's again not that emotional, but it experiences things very strongly. So if you're an 8, you experience everything strongly. That can mean sadness, that can mean happiness, that can mean adventures, that anything you experience, it comes strong. So 8 has this kind of electricity in it, okay? This force running through it. And let's move to the last but not least, number 9 at the top. So heart number 9 is all about wisdom and understanding, right? There at the top, number 9 includes all the numbers. If you calculate and you sum up all the numbers from 1 to 8, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8, it equals 36. 3 plus 6 equals 9. So 9 includes all the numbers. It's a number of completion. You're coming here to really give a kind of universal love without wanting to take anything in return. It's a number of wisdom and perspective, having this kind of bird's view vision of things, your internal life, the external world. Okay, it's seeing the big picture. That's number 9. It's a number of compassion. It's less personal because it's there for the benefit of all. So usually number 9 can be this kind of philanthropic number, taking care of others, having really, really, really positive visions for humanity and for the future, and it's a kind of utopian number, okay? The temperament is that of openness. It's extremely open, it's extremely flexible, it's also kind of the traveler, it loves differences, it's extremely liberal. It's open to different cultures and colors and tastes, and it's, whatnot. It's rich. It's very, very open-minded, very flexible. It doesn't like boundaries too much. What's mine is also yours. So that's the beautiful temperament, the beautiful learning, and the beautiful destiny of the number 9. So my friends, I hope that this video helps you understand the most central and important number in your chart. The number that when you follow, you're in your center. Follow the instructions here that I explained earlier. You'll find your heart number, and you're free and welcome to contact me. And with any questions, you can find the link to my Facebook page below, and likes will be appreciated. And if you like this video, you can also subscribe to my YouTube channel as I post ongoing videos about spiritual wisdom and numerology. I hope you enjoyed this, and I wish you a wonderful day.